afternoon everyone, I'm Chris and welcome back to another episode of Rift Amps. It is August the 2nd in the UK and it's raining. Ampliphonix and gain is on the test bench. Fired it up. I'm injecting a 1 kHz signal, 150 millivolts RMS, which is standard. We're driving our 8-ohm load. I'm in the clean channel, and that's the sine wave with all the tone controls, the treble and bass turned all the way to 0. And it's just starting to clip there, so we'll back it off. Now it should be a 22 watt amplifier and it's doing 7.6 volts. 7.5 volts we'll call it into 8 ohms is only 7 watts. Should be 22. What's going on? I remember reading and the customer telling me that it's got a half power switch, but I can't find it. We've got on off, standby. There's your bias switch, speaker sockets, effects loop. If we come around the front, none of the switches are half power, and none of the pots are push pulls. So how on earth does this thing have a half power mode? I don't know, but it certainly feels like it is because it's not putting out the correct voltage at all. Seems very strange. So yeah, we're going to have to think about that. Either it's very unwell and it really is genuinely only doing 7-8 watts output, or I'm being an idiot and I'm missing something. Place your bets as what it is. Yes, I'm an idiot. Well, I'm not, but I'll explain why. So you've got the bias sockets on the back, and I had incorrectly assumed that this switch would switch the sockets in and out, so you couldn't stick anything in there and get a shock, or a very small shock, but a shock nonetheless, unless you were actually wanting to measure bias. But as we come round, we can see the switch is wired to the screen grids of the output valves. So the switch labelled bias, when I flick it, puts us into full power mode. Why not just put a label that says half power? Very bizarre. Yeah, it took me a while, but we got there in the end. So what do we actually get? If I bring it up just to the point of clipping, back it down, 12.5 volts RMS, which puts us 19.5, 20 watts. So yeah, that's about right. Never really sure at what point, how much harmonic distortion the manufacturer has chosen to rate the amplifier at, but that's about where it should be. So yeah, it's silly that it hasn't got a label there, and they've placed it right in between the bias sockets, and underneath the bias label, which is very confusing. So something to think about. But yes, amplifier's running fine. There's no weird artifacts. Sounds great. I suspect his problem is filament rattle, because if I think it's this one, I can hear a rattle, so I think it's this one. So I'm going to quote him for a new set of output valves, and just to set the bias and go, where's the bias adjustment? Oh, it's there, there you go. And then that should be good, but the rest of it's fine. It sounds great, actually sounds really good. Very nice sounding amplifier. And the high gain channel has a lot of gain, and I mean a lot. So yeah, this is pretty much one of the most versatile amplifiers I've come across, in that it's got beautiful cleans with reverb. Has it got reverb? Yes, it has. Yeah, got reverb, and it goes from light crunch, you know, click clean light crunch, all the way through to really high gain stuff. So you could do a lot with this amplifier. So I'm surprisingly impressed. There we go. Brilliant. Yeah, cool. So Aynsley's just left. He's just signed off this signature amp. This one's going to North America. It's a combo in black. As you remember I said in the last video, I think it's the best sounding one I've done. Aynsley agrees. Spot on, didn't have to make any tweaks or changes to it. He said the reverb was amazing. It is bang on. It's an absolute beast of an amp. So whoever's getting this one, you're in for an absolute cracker of an amp. So yeah, excellent news. So the other thing is my own demo amp, the Aynsley demo amp. The speaker cable has failed. It was shorting against itself. So I'm going to put a new cable on it, improve that, make sure that's good, because we can't have any issues with our demo amp. And there she is, guys. Another Aynsley Lister signature amplifier done, ready for shipping. So just got to box it up and then UPS can come and collect it. All good, all ready to go. Done and dusted. Really, really happy with this one. So it's a shame I'll never see it again because it's going to North America. So yeah, there you go. Let's wave goodbye to it. And off it goes to make music somewhere. Which actually, if you think about it, is a really cool thing. So yeah, I'm very, very happy with this. Not much else to say. I've realised, actually, yes, there is one thing. I've run out of US mains cables, so I've had to quickly just get one on order. So it won't go on the truck tomorrow. It will go to, well, it might go tomorrow afternoon. If not, it will go Monday morning. But yeah, there you go. It's always one thing. But she looks great. Really, really happy with this. I do actually like the new Tolex. It is slightly shinier than before. It's got more of a sheen to it, but than the old stuff. But it does look great, and the amp just sounds absolutely incredible. So I couldn't be happy with the way this one's turned out. So one very lucky customer is getting that one, and yeah, on to the next one. Well, that's it then, guys. Thank you very much for watching once again. Please give this video a thumbs up. Hit the notification bell. Please subscribe if you haven't already. It really does help the channel. Now, the workshop is going to be closed this week Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm off on a family thing, and I will be back on the Monday for more videos and things. That's why this video is coming out today. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you at the next one.